Hi, I am Aishwarya presenting you the topic Software as a Service. In this presentation, we will discuss about software as a service, multi-tenant nature of software as a service solution, understanding open software as a service solution, and advantages and disadvantages of software as service. Software as a Service or SaaS. Uh, Software as a Service is a solution model in which users use a web browser to access software that resides along with the program and user data in the cloud. Or we can say that software as a service is a way of delivering application over the internet as a service. Companies that use software as a service solution eliminates the need for in-house or data center based application administrative support for the application and the data storage. That is, instead of installing and maintaining software, you simply access it via internet. Free yourself from complex software and hardware management. Software as a service provides a complete software solution that you purchase on a pay as you go basis from the cloud service provider, meaning that the companies pay only for the resource they consume, normally on a pay user basis. When a software is hosted offsite, the customer doesn't have to maintain it or support it. On the other hand, it is out of customer hand when the hosting service decide to change it. The idea is that you use the software out of the box as is and do not need to make a lot of changes or require integration to other system. The provider does all the patching and upgrades as well as keeping the infrastructure running. There are many types of software that lend themselves to SaaS, that is software as a solution model. The software that perform a simple task without much need to interact with other system make them ideal candidate for the software as a service. Next, we can see the multi-tenant nature of the software as a service solution. Multi-tenant software as a service is a business structure where many organizations share the same software to save and store data. We can say that software as a service applications are often multi-tenant solution. That is, within the cloud, two or more companies may share the same server resources. Here, in this figure, we can see that the customer or the client may share the computing resources. That is, the client 1, client 2, client 3, client 4 using the same software as a service provider. Multi-tenant software as a service also implies that a single instance of the software and its supporting information is used by multiple customers. This means this means that depending on their size and fees, customers may also share database resources, and each customer shares the same database and application, and Depending on the software as a service provider, customizing a multi-tenant solution may be difficult, expensive, or impossible. It's about the multi-tenant nature of the software as a service solution, and it is one of the characteristics of the software as a service solution. Next, we have understanding open software as a service solution. That is, we need to here, we can see what is this open software as a service solution. The application programs that run as a software as a service solution in the cloud were developed using specific programming languages and were designed to run on a specific operating system using a specific data management system. And an open software as a service solution is a software as a service application created using an open source programming languages and designed to run on an open source operating system and database. That is, this the open software as a service solution which is developed using an open source programming language, and we can run this in a open source operating system and database management system. And many customers believe that if the solution is open source, it will allow the customer to move data from different application in future if the currently using solution fails this need. That is, if the currently using solution fails to move data from different application, um, this many customer believes that this software as a solution will help it, because the customer do not own this software as a service solution software. They will not be able to move the application itself, and the customer that are concerned about moving their data in the future should consider an open software as a service provider. And most software as a service solution opens, it's a open source or not, provides a way for customer to export the data if the needed arise. That is, this software as a service solution will allow the customer to export their data whenever needed. Advantages of software as a service. First one is the cost reduction. Cost benefits are one of the well-known and obvious advantages. The expense of buying and installing the entire software and IT infrastructure in-house is negated when the software is rendered from service provider. And we have already told that we need to pay only the resource we consume. That's so it is a cost reduction. One of the advantages is cost reduction. Second one is the ease of accessibility. The software as a service application is easily accessible. A computer and a stable internet connection is all that is required to access and use the cloud hosted software. Third one is the effortless scalability. That is, whenever your business grows and you feel that you need to add new users, there is not to buy additional software for that, or a software license for that, or server space for the new users. We can add new users easily. Fourth one, trouble-free upgradation. It is a big task to upgrade your existing software and hardware to the newer version. When you opt this software as a service application, this is one burdenless for you and removes a significant workload. Fifth one, highly resilient. It means since the IT infrastructure and your data is installed and stored in cloud storage provided by the service provider in a remote location, and any damage or disaster of any form of your business premise can quickly sort out. It's all about the advantages of the software as a service. Then we can see some of the disadvantage of software as a service. First one is the lack of control. It means in-house software application gives business a higher degree of control than hosted solution, where control resides with a third party. Typically, everyone has to use the latest version of software application and cannot defer upgrades or changes in this feature. That is lack of control. Next is the security and data concern. That is access management and the privacy of sensitive information is major consideration around the cloud and hosted service. Next is the limited range of application. That is, while software as a service is becoming more popular, there is still many applications that do not offer a hosted platform. Next is the connectivity requirement, which means since the software as a service model is based on the web delivery, if your internet service fails, you will lose access to your software or data. And the final one, performance. Software as a service may run at somewhat slower speed than one premise client or server application. So it's worth keeping performance in mind. Your software isn't hosted on a local machine. Now let us conclude our topic. So far we have discussed what is this software as a service, and it is a type of delivery model in which applications are hosted in service provider provider's data center, which is then used and paid for the subscription basis by its client. And we have said that software as a service is a solution model in which user uses a web browser to access software that resides along the program and the user data in the cloud. And this software as a service application can mostly be accessed using network connection, although some offline modes also do exist. It's about software as a service. Hope you understand the topic. Thank you.